Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Tuesday the 5th of July 2022. In today's Millwall news, we're going to start off with a bit of housekeeping. We got news, some weird confusing news from millwallfc.co.uk that the pre-season friendly against Watford has been cancelled. The one that they announced just a couple of days ago has now been cancelled. Millwall's pre-season friendly against Watford at the Den on Tuesday the 19th of July has been cancelled. The Hornets have informed the club that they can no longer participate in the fixture, which is a significantly disappointing development given that plans were finalised. The game announced by both sides and tickets were put on sale. It sounds like Millwall not happy about what the hell's going on there. So Lions supporters who purchase tickets online or over the phone will be issued with an automatic refund. If you purchase yours in person at ticket office, then please email tickets@millwallplc.com to arrange your refund. Refunds can take up to 72 hours to show in your account. The club is hoping to arrange an alternative fixture on the same day and will update supporters in due course if one is confirmed. So what the hell's gone on here? I don't know, who cares, but Watford playing silly buggers. Not only that, now here's the thing, maybe they agreed to the friendly because they wanted to do this. And then once they got this, they changed their mind. They wanted to change, and they have changed our trip on Boxing Day to Watford to a 12 midday kickoff. So this is also from Millwall's official website. Millwall's Boxing Day trip to Watford will now kick off at 12 midday. The Sky Bet Championship visit to Vicarage Road was originally scheduled for 3 PM on Monday the 26th of December, but has now been moved to an earlier start. Any further changes to the Lions 22-23 fixture list will be confirmed on millwallfc.co.uk. Yeah, not bad. I mean, when did the fixtures come out? 23rd of June. So it's been like 3 weeks now, and we've had the first change. Normally they are changed straight away, and they don't hesitate. And it took 3 weeks for the first change. But so today, Watford have cancelled the friendly that they arranged just last week, and moved the Boxing Day game to 12 midday, which is annoying. So there you go. What the hell are Watford doing? I don't know. Anyway, that's that out of the way. Now we're going to move on to the players. So in yesterday's video, I told you about Gary Rowett comment that he wanted 2 or 3 more players in to cover all the positions. Today, Millwall have been linked with 2 players. And they are this geezer here, the one on the right, in the heart of a Midlothian jersey. In the, what would you call that, maroon? In the maroon shirt. This is a young man named Ellis Simms. So this is from the sun.co.uk. So going elsewhere, Hearts set to lose out on Ellis Simms' transfer as stumbling at a block emerges and EFL club leads the chase. Hearts look set to be priced out of a deal for Everton striker Ellis Simms. Yeah, he's an Everton striker, but he was on loan at Hearts last season. The 21-year-old started for the Jambos on a loan last season, scoring 7 in 20 appearances. Tynecastle boss Robbie Neilson is eager to re-sign him, but Sunsport understands Everton are now looking to sell rather than farming out again. This is what I don't understand. Why do clubs expect, when you loan a player out at one level, a young player, you're at the same level, you've not gone anywhere, and you expect to get the player back on loan again? That's not going to happen. Like again with Millwall, it's not going to happen. If he does well for us, they're going to loan him out at a club higher than us. So Everton are now looking to sell, and the deal to be done is too costly for Hearts. Sunsport also understands there is no interest from Rangers despite online speculation. Yes, they only buy youngsters from EFL clubs, which on compensation. Simms could be up for grabs for around £500,000, which isn't a stumbling block for the Jambos. His 5-figure weekly wage at Goodison is, though, and a number of clubs in England are prepared to match it, with Millwall leading the chase. And then they go on to speak about someone else, but I don't really care about it, so that's all we've got. Apparently we are looking at this guy. I think Everton are trying to sell him because they need the money. They desperately sold Richarlison on the other day because they needed to sell him on that day to get through the FPP regulations to make sure their books balance. So the Everton are in proper trouble. So they are looking to sell this guy rather than just loan him out again. So who is Ellis Simms? So he was on loan at Hearts last season. So here we have it. This is his Whoscored.com page. He's 21 years old. He's only 21, but he's a big lad, as you can see from that picture there. So obviously played once in the Premier League for Everton last season, or I think this is just last season. Got a rating of 6.21. Played in the Scottish Premiership for Hearts, 906 minutes. 3 goals, 1 yellow cards. Played in the Scottish Cup 4 times, scoring 2 goals. So what is his position? So plays as a forward, and played once as an AMC, but that was against Rangers. I think he was just trying to. They were only playing one up front, but they wanted an extra body who could get up there. So what are his strengths? Aerial duels. What are his weaknesses? Holding onto the ball. He likes to do layoffs, counter-attack threat, does not dive into tackles. Why is that? He is a big lad. Now, I said in previous videos, with the 5 substitutes out of 7 rule, clubs are looking. Huddersfield were looking to sign a big man, a target man, to have a different style of attacking threat on the bench if you need them. Not only that, but so at the end of last season, what happened to us? We started conceding silly little goals from set pieces. Now, why would that be? Because Matt Smith can win you an aerial duel, not just up front, defending set pieces as well. So when they let Matt Smith go, his defensive capabilities from set pieces was let go as well. That's what you got to remember. See, here's the thing. It's not just if you're chasing a game. If you're desperate to get a goal and you bring someone on to win an aerial duel, just pump it long, keep pumping it long, flick it down, let's try and get a goal. If you're only 1-0 up and it's getting a bit dicey, just a basic error in a set play could cost you a couple of points or the win. If you've got the attacking man, target man on as a sub, he's a threat going forward, but he can also assist you in defending set pieces, which can literally turn the game and just ruin your day. So that seems to be what this lad is. We are now going to look at more detailed, and as you can see, so this is backwards. I think I can flip it around the other way actually. Yeah, so you went there in January, the end of January. Started off against Celtic. Won 8 aerials in 45 minutes. He came on as a sub. Or maybe he got subbed off. I think he sub means subbed on. Won 8 aerials in 45 minutes of play. So he's definitely is a target man. But here's the thing. As it goes on and on, his aerial winning abilities kind of dwindle. So did they not want to play that way? They played more on the floor. I don't know what happened, but he scores a goal here and there. Has a few shots. I mean, so you can see here, he got 1 goal from 2 shots. He got 1 goal from 3 shots. 1 goal from 4 shots. That's a bit wasteful. 1 from 1. in a 3-2 win away at Dundee United. And against Celtic, he had 2 shots against Celtic, scored 1, but they lost 4-1. So not the best. And you can see, if you look on the right, see his ratings. His lowest is 5.88 in a 5-0 defeat away at Rangers, and he only played 45 minutes. But he normally varies from low 6s up to high 7s, 7.5s. So he does alright. But we saw with Matt Smith as well, winning aerial duels does get your score bumped up. Because for some reason on this website they seem to value aerial duels quite a bit. So there you have it. So let's just quickly flick through some of the stuff. So this is defensively what he's... So obviously, look, clearances. This is defensive work that he's done in the game against Livingston. 5 clearances. And he does get involved, or he does foul quite a bit as well. But so he does get involved here and there in defensively. But offensively, what is he doing? Because this is what he's wanted for. Does he get offside a lot? No, he's only had 2 offsides in all these games, there and there. So unscheduled touches, so obviously poor ball control, maybe a bit of an issue. But shots, so like we see the shots there. Key passes, dribbles, not really a dribbler. Well, he's a big lad. He's a target man, not a dribbler. So obviously look at this St Johnstone game where they lost 2-1. He had 5 shots, which is quite a lot for him. Didn't get a goal. He had 2 dribbles. He got fouled once. He was offside once. He got dispossessed. So he got caught on the ball 6 times. And they had unscheduled touch of 5. So that was a pretty poor game for him. Still got a rating of 6.89. Passing wise, I don't think his passing is the best. So you can see here, look, the most he had was 27 passes in a game. And he only has 66.7. So you can see as it goes through, obviously, he was doing more passing at the start of his loan, and then as it goes down, he gets involved in less and less passing, which is interesting. But so there you go. He only had 1 assist as well, which when you think so he doesn't really get involved in the flick-ons, I guess. Well, not at hearts. He doesn't directly assist with his head. He's more of a get it up to him and he can hold the ball up and everyone can join him. And he lays it off to him and then off they go. He's an out ball, he's an exit ball. So that's who that is. Ellis Simms. Apparently £500,000 from Everton. Only 21, but he's a big unit. We'll see. But Gary Rowell did say so this picture's from the Scottish Cup final, which I believe they lost, but still. So there you have it. Ellis Simms being linked with him. The other players, now Gary had said 2 or 3 players. We have been linked with another player today. This is from footballinsider247.com. That geezer there, who kind of looks a bit like Alex Mitchell, if I'm honest. And he's saying plays in the same place, position. So the sources: Millwall and Cardiff City make moves to sign Ben Goodliff. Millwall and Cardiff City are chasing Sutton United defender Ben Goodliff. Football Insider understands. The Championship duo are both looking to bolster their centre-back options this summer, and the 23-year-old fits the bill. Recruitment sources told Football Insider that Millwall and Cardiff have registered their interest in the former Tottenham and Wolves youngster Goodliff. Yeah, here's the thing. Sutton United had a pretty decent run. They got promoted from the National League. They had a very good crack at trying to get in the playoffs in League 2 in their first season up. Didn't quite make it, and now there's been kind of a mass exodus as all the players think, well, I think that's it. They've run out of steam. Let's move on and cash in. So a lot of players have left. and this could be another one. So the centre-back made 53 appearances across all competitions during the 21-22 season. Goodliff notched 3 goals and 1 assist as Sutton United finished just outside the playoffs in their only League Two season in their 124-year history. The 23-year-old was also a pivotal part of the youth side, which reached a Wembley final in the EFL Trophy before falling against Rotherham United. Born in Watford, Goodliff came through the ranks at Tottenham Hotspurs, but was released by the Premier League Giants as a youth. Speaking to the Sun, he said letting go by Spurs was the best thing that ever happened to him. The defender also joined Wolves as a youngster, but his only first team action came during spells at Boreham Wood and Dagenham and Redbridge. So he's a guy who came through professional Premier League academies, didn't make it, went down to non-league and has rebuilt himself and come back up. At the age of 23 years old, or 22, he was 22 last season, became a professional footballer again. Well, I imagine he could have been pro in the National League, especially with a club like Sutton, but you know what I mean, like playing in the professional leagues. So there you have it. Goodliff joined Sutton in July 2019 after departing Molineux and has gone on to make 122 appearances for the South London club. So there you go. Not only that, so wherever he lives now, if he still lives in near Sutton in Surrey or Kent area, won't have to move if he comes to Millwall. Millwall, we finished 8th in the 21-22 campaign. We finished 9th. Are looking to replace Alex Pearce after his departure to AFC Wimbledon. Meanwhile, Cardiff are desperate to bolster their rear guard after a brush with relegation during the 21-22 season. So there you go. Sources say. So they quote the Sun, but that's from an interview that he gave last year. They just says sources have told us. Well, who's that? A recruitment source. So that Millwall and Cardiff. So this would probably be the agent of the player or someone at Sutton United. Because how would they know? If it was someone at Millwall, how would they know that Cardiff are interested in him? So there you have it. Been linked to 2 players today. Ellis Simms, young players as well. So probably ones that if they come in, if they work hard, they can grow and get better for the seasons going forward. Yeah, what do you think? He looks a bit like Alex Mitchell. Does this suggest Alex Mitchell's not going to be sticking around? Maybe going to go out on, maybe he'll go out on loan to Sutton United. I know it's probably in the same league that he was at Leyton Orient. You probably want to get him in League One, to be honest. Like I said, you don't want to loan a player at the same level 2 years in a row. What's the point of that? So we'll see. I don't know. What do you think? I'm just going to quickly go through the guy's stats. 6.86. He wins quite a few aerials as well. He's a central defender. He's just turned 23. So there you have it. 6.86 central defender. He's good at concentration and blocking the ball. His weaknesses are passing and tackling. Likes to play long balls, indirect set piece threat, does not dive into tackles. Well, that sounds like he'll fit in at Millwall perfectly. Let's have a quick look to what he does defensively. These are his match stats. We don't need to see that. Well, let's have a look at the aerials one. If you see next to the numbers, so he's very good at winning aerial duels in League Two at least. 7 against Tranmere, 8 against Colchester. Ooh, 9 against Northampton, 8 against Carlisle. Very good aerial threat. Nice. So let's just have a look at his defensive stats. I won't go through all of the shit. This is going backwards. The top one is May, and then goes April, and then March going down. So the top is the end of the season, and the bottom is the start of the season. What did I see there? 12 what? Against Newport, he had 12 clearances. Jesus, busy day for him there. 12 clearances in a game against Newport where they lost 3-2. Very busy there. Very, very busy. Doesn't have a lot of tackles though. You would think that he would have more tackles. He Gets 1 or 2 a game. Why would that? Did they play 3 at the back? Is he like on the left or the right? Maybe he's on the left. No, you would be on the right because the left-footed. A left-footed player, if you play on the right of a 3, yeah, maybe doesn't get involved that much. Interceptions, so mostly clearances. So will that be aerial clearances? 9. He's mostly a clearance machine. Look at all these clearances he does. In terms of interceptions, not some here and there, but for a defender, he doesn't tackle that much. I mean, and that's in League 2. It's not exactly overflowing with skillful players in League 2. Surely you should be able to get a tackle away. I don't know. His ratings in the orange on the right hand side, they vary from mostly 6s and 7s. There's a few high 5s there. He got an 8.26 against Hartlepool in a 1-0 win, and that was where he had 151, 3 clearances. So yeah, he's all right. Doesn't tackle much though. So we're going to finish the video coming up now, mentioning a couple of stories that are not expressly Millwall related, but partially Millwall related. So this is from the sun.co.uk. Making a stand, safe standing to be implemented across Premier League and EFL this season to clubs who want it, including Manchester United. So do Millwall want it? Do you want it? Are you Millwall fans? Do you want it? I've seen various Millwall fans online saying the West Lower would be perfect for it. Would be pretty decent, but especially the bit near the away fans, because they stand most of the time anyway. So let's make it official. Make it a standing area. So Brentford QPR Wolves will introduce it soon, with Wembley Stadium also planning to offer it for domestic matches later in the campaign. Culture Secretary Nadine Dorris said, "We are not reintroducing terraces, and only clubs which meet strict safety criteria will be permitted. Thanks to a robust trial through evidence of modern engineering, we are now ready to allow standing once again in our grounds. Participating clubs will need enhanced use of CCTV, improved steward training, and fans being strictly limited to one person, one space. So you can't get more people in there. It's just that the people in there will have standing area. They'll be allowed to stand. They'll stop being bothered by stewards and being told to sit down. Not only that, they'll have a rail in front of them to hold on to and lean on. But it will still, there'll be like a seat, but it won't be a fold-up seat. It'll be like a screwed-on seat that's in the concrete, and it's one person to one of those. So you won't be able to get more people in there. But here's the thing: Millwall last year, I believe, I made a video on it, did improve their CCTV system. Now, was it because of this? Well, partly because of this. Did they know that this was going to be happening? They are also required to engage with fans as part of the application process. A report on last season's trial concluded the installation of barriers or rails in areas of persistent standing in seated areas has delivered a positive impact on spectator safety and improved fans' matchday experience in both home and away sections. It's recommended clubs should be given the chance to implement licensed standing areas as soon as possible. So what do you reckon? Do you want it down Millwall? Where do you want it? South lower? West lower? East lower? Where do you want it? I don't know. Do we want it? Now I'm getting old now. I quite like sitting down, to be honest, yeah. And not only that, when something happens in the game and you jump up, it makes it more exciting. If you're standing up anyway, like, what do you do then? You just jump in the air while you're already standing? I don't know. Weird. But yeah, and that could be coming to a ground near you. It might be coming. Will it be coming to Reading's ground? Why do I mention Reading? Because here we have this story here from bbc.co.uk. Reading away fans offered £20 tickets by Championship club. So here's the thing. Reading are offering away fans £20 matchday tickets for the 22-23 season, but only if other clubs do the same for their fans. So the Championship club confirmed Blackburn, Cardiff and Huddersfield have signed up to the scheme so far. The Royal said matchday ticket prices in parts of the select car leasing stadium will be more than £20 for home fans. However, the club said they are committed to low prices for away fans via the 20s Plenty offer. Rules state clubs are only allowed to charge away fans for the same price they charge their own supporters in a comparable section of their stadium. So they have the away section. They have a section like that for the home fans, but they'll be charging them more than £20 to sit there. But they're going to artificially lower the price for the away fans to £20, but only if the other club do the same for them. Because they could charge, they're supposed to charge them, they can charge them the same price for the away fans as the same seat for the home fans, if you understand. So it could be more than that. They're allowed to put it up. Since 2016, we have championed 20s play. However, despite our best efforts, very few other clubs in the Championship have followed suit, read a statement on the club's website. That has resulted in our travelling fans routinely paying well in excess of £20 to watch the Royals on the road. Every single Championship club will be given the opportunity to offer their fans £20 tickets when their team visits Reading, but only if they commit in advance to a reciprocal arrangement for our loyal fans in the reverse fixture. The Royals say they have written to the other 23 clubs in the division. In the Premier League, blah blah blah, there's a price cap. They have unanimously agreed to maintain the £30 price cap on away tickets for the next 3 seasons. Well, here's the thing: it doesn't matter in the Premier League because they have TV money, and they could play in empty stadiums and still make an absolute mint. And it's not as the price of the tickets, the access to it. Here's what I would say to Reading: you're gonna offer us £20 tickets for what? 1,000 fucking tickets, 1,200 tickets. I would say for Millwall, if anyone from Millwall Football Club is watching this, I would say to Reading, we will accept your offer, but only for the whole fucking area of the away stand. Go in for the big sell. Tell them you want 4,000 tickets at this price. You want the whole friggin' stadium, and then we'll do it. Say we'll do it, but only if you allow our fans to buy 4,000. And why do I say that? Because I made a video the other week. Our home form was the second best in the league. Our away form was dog shit. How do we improve our away form? Get more Millwall fans in away grounds, which is a problem because teams don't want us to go. They give us shit allocations and they mess us around. They don't want us in their towns. They don't want us in our stadiums. Well, now they're saying, well, we'll give you £20 tickets. Yeah, but on like 1,000 tickets. That's not good enough. One way that I said that we could improve our away form is if we try to recreate a little bit of that hostile Millwall atmosphere that we get at home fans at the Den by getting more Millwall fans at away grounds. Now, can we do it for every game? Probably not. Maybe we can do it for Reading. Maybe. It's a bit of a shit day out. It's a not very good journey. Reading's alright, but the ground's like miles outside of Reading. It's not the best of places to go. But for 20 quid, would you? I mean, I think the train ticket's like 20 to 30 quid as well. It's probably one of next season. It's going to be one of the cheapest, the most accessible days out away games next season, because most of the team is most of the league is northern, and the ones in London, the QPR, that's going to be hard to get a ticket for that. It's probably going to come down to loyalty points and that. There's going to be queues and whatnot. Now for the Reading game, that's probably just in that kind of area where it's close enough to London, but not too far away, where we could get plenty of Millwall fans going to that game. We could get that stand full. So here they are, Reading, saying, "Oh, we'll give you £20 matchday tickets." Okay, let's give us 4,000 of them. We'll fill your stand. Let's do it. Do it. Do it or don't bother. Just say we'll do it if you give us as many tickets as we want. If you don't, it's 36 quid a ticket or whatever. That's it. We need to do something to improve our away form. We have to do it game by game, club by club, do something, figure it out. This is something we can do. Get the away stand at Reading full this season. Hopefully get the 3 points and hopefully get promoted. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.